We open on Barry Winchell, a clean-cut, earnest young private from a modest background trying to prove himself in the airborne. He bonds quickly with his barracks roommate Justin Fisher, a quick-tempered, drug-using soldier who seems like the only friendly face amid the macho culture. Craving relief from endless drills and rigid rules, Fisher drags Barry across the state line to a glittering transgender review club in Nashville, Tennessee. The stage pulses with music, spotlights, and fearless performances. There, Barry first sees Calpernia Addams, stunning, confident, and radiating talent as she lip-syncs and dances with professional poise. After the show, they talk. Sparks fly instantly. Calpernia, a transgender woman who has built a life of authenticity through performance, feels truly seen by Barry for the first time in a long while. Barry, who has never questioned his own straight identity before, is drawn to her warmth, humor, and strength. Their conversation flows effortlessly, and what starts as curiosity quickly deepens into genuine affection. Secret dates follow. Barry sneaks away whenever he can, driving to Nashville for stolen hours of joy, dinners where they share dreams, long phone calls from his bunk where he whispers "I love you" to avoid detection, and tender, intimate nights that feel both passionate and safe. Calpernia opens up about her journey, her dedication to entertainment, and the courage it takes to live openly. Barry shares his hopes for life after the Army. For the first time, he feels completely accepted. The film portrays their romance with exquisite sensitivity, no stereotypes, just two people falling deeply in love across societal lines. Back at the base, however, shadows creep in. Fisher notices Barry's frequent absences and growing happiness. Jealousy festers. He begins spreading vicious rumors among the soldiers that Barry is gay and involved in a forbidden relationship. Whispers turn to taunts. The barracks become a minefield of slurs, isolation, and threats. The "don't ask, don't tell" policy hangs like a noose. Any acknowledgement could mean discharge, so Barry stays silent, enduring the growing harassment while trying to stay focused on duty. Tension explodes one afternoon during a casual barracks fight. Barry, physically skilled and level-headed, easily defeats the arrogant and hot-tempered Calvin Glover in front of everyone. Glover is humiliated, his pride shattered. Fisher seizes the moment. He plies Glover with drugs and alcohol, constantly feeding him lies about Barry's sexuality and convincing him that something must be done. In a chilling act of manipulation, Fisher even hands Glover a baseball bat, turning petty jealousy into a deadly conspiracy. The stage is set for tragedy. The heart-wrenching climax hits over the 4th of July weekend in 1999, mirroring real history with devastating precision. While Calpernia shines in Nashville, competing in the Miss Tennessee Entertainer of the Year pageant, delivering a flawless performance and winning the crown in a moment of pure triumph and celebration, Barry rests in his bunk after a long day. In the dead of night, a drug-fueled Glover, egged on by Fisher, slips into the barracks and unleashes a savage, unrelenting beating with the baseball bat. The violence is brutal and shocking. Barry never wakes. He dies from the injuries, just 21 years old. The film handles the horror with respect, focusing on the senseless waste rather than graphic excess. When the news reaches Calpernia amid her victory, her world implodes in an instant. We see her raw grief, her rush to the base, and the shattering realization that the man she loved paid the ultimate price for their relationship. The aftermath unfolds with equal power: the military investigation, the arrests of Glover and Fisher, and the trials that expose the full rot of prejudice and manipulation. Glover is convicted of murder, Fisher as an accessory. The film closes with a thoughtful epilogue discussing the real-life ripple effects, how this case spotlighted the deadly flaws in "Don't Ask, Don't Tell," a policy finally repealed in 2011. Calpernia Addams channels her pain into activism for transgender rights and military equality. Barry's family, especially his mother, speaks out for change. The real Barry Winchell was murdered on July 5, 1999, but his story refuses to stay buried.